internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, Top Fire Script, let's get right into today's video. This is absolutely crazy. I put out content like this and people still want to question whether XRP is going to hit $100 or not. Well, in today's episode, you are going to see exactly what's going on behind the scenes. We are going to make up for the last 2 days that we have missed. I do apologize for the delay, but folks, strap in for this one because this one is going to make you go, holy crap. And let's get right into it. If you guys are familiar with the Digital Dollar Project, it is a technology sandbox working on CBDCs and use cases. And Ripple is also involved with them. We're going to go kind of deep with this, but we're just scratching the surface as well because there's just too much information to uncover and this video would be hours long. The marriage of these sectors in collaboration is essential and will lay the foundation for robust pilots that improve the outcomes and usability of CBDCs. And Chris Giancarlo, he's leading it with his brother and alongside Jennifer Lazister, and there's many more individuals, but keep an eye on Chris Giancarlo because we have put together a montage of clips that is gonna just make you go, holy crap, okay? And I really want you guys to let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Jennifer, we're going to focus on Jennifer. In addition to her current role as executive director of the Digital Dollar Project, Jennifer serves on the World Economic Forum's Digital Currency Governance Consortium. Well, let's get into this and see who's all involved. Here is the paper that was released of June of this year, Central Bank Digital Currency Global Interoperability Principles, a rough executive summary that I put down together. It emphasizes the need for global coordination and standardization to ensure CBDC systems can work together seamlessly, both domestically and internationally. The paper discusses regional priorities, lessons learned from CBDC pilots, and outlines key areas like governance, legal and regulatory considerations, identification, payments, and technical aspects. And that's why Ripple is regulated. It provides recommendations for central banks, policymakers, and the private sector to foster interoperability and efficient digital payment systems. I just want to cover this regulation part again. They have the regulatory go-to green light with Ripple XRP. Come on, folks, wake up. And look who's involved. Jennifer, she's the executive director within the Digital Dollar Project. And if we keep going, we have FOMOPay also here, the co-founder of FOMOPay. And if you guys recall, Singapore's FOMOPay turns to Ripple for crypto-enabled treasury management. And guess who else is here? We have individuals from MasterCard, actually 2 individuals from MasterCard. And if you guys recall, just a couple months ago, MasterCard and Ripple came together creating a sandbox as well, but we called this years ago. And if we keep going, we have Standard Chartered Bank. Okay, should we keep going? Standard Chartered completes strategic investment in Ripple. This was back in 2016. And to this date, look at this. This was just a couple days ago. Standard Chartered backed Zodia Custody joins Ripple-owned Matico Global Crypto Storage Network. Do you see this? This is what I call from the ground zero, and they're working their way up. And this is the original Digital Currency Governance Consortium white paper when they first released it back in 2021. And as you guys could see, we have Susan Fradman, head of policy at Ripple, and she still is there. And folks, to put the icing on the cake, take a listen to this video and let me know what you guys think in the comments down below.
So in short, our proposals, I think, is a quite simple one. And that is that there be a independent enterprise. Now, it can be a quasi-governmental. There's certainly a role for strict standards and government role in this. But having been in the government, knowing how difficult it is to actually do technological innovation in government, being a representative of government that couldn't build a medical website, and after 3 tries eventually went to the private sector to get it done. This has really got to be built, if it's going to be built on time and it's got to be built with private sector involvement. But that entity would make those standard protocols available to the entire existing financial ecosystem. That entity would make those standard protocols available to the entire existing financial ecosystem.
Possibilities. Something is going to be the trust layer that lots of stuff gets built on, that's programmable.
To banks, payment providers, and others, standard set of protocols.
Ripple is trying to be a payment rail for all the money that sits in between the banking system, and there'll be a new economy built on top of that.
The ability to enhance each other's understanding, the ability to connect the diverse economies, 200 or so countries in the world, and make sure the payment system works for all different profiles of companies.
My gut feeling is we're not going to know the winner for 3 to 5 years. I'm not positive it's going to be winner take all. The winner is going to be worth a whole lot of money because more and more of the world will get built on top of a trust protocol.
We need to make sure that the payments architecture has the right privacy protections so that people can trust using the system, because trust is really the essential linchpin of any payment system.
The world will get built on top of a trust protocol.
We need to make sure that the payments architecture has the right privacy protection.
It's going to be always around, and I believe will be our store of value for crypto, but it will not be the winner, certainly, for a whole bunch of reasons, and least of which is privacy.
Like, I was skeptical that XRP would have lasting power because Ripple, the company, owns 60% of them, now 55 or 50% of them. And I was like, that just doesn't seem a proposition that's going to work. And I've been dead wrong. Hats off to Brad Garlinghouse and his team. Ripple is now, a institution. The XRP army is real. They care about their ecosystem and their coin. And, yes, it's got a use case, but broadly the use case is the same as Bitcoin. It's another place for people to want to store value.
And before we wrap it up, he goes on to say XRP has the same use case as Bitcoin. That is absolutely false. There is no privacy with Bitcoin to a needs from the banking perspective. There's no privacy. You can't scale Ethereum and Bitcoin into the trillions because the fees are uncertain. And that is a fact. Banks need certainty, especially with blockchain technology being enrolled. If you could have a system that could tell you the fees straight up right away, why would you go use a system that can't even scale into the trillions, and the networks can get congested, and the possibility of a 51% attack? Never ever forget, Ethereum and Bitcoin will never be used in a scale that Ripple and XRP is about to be used in. Trillions of dollars. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys, and we will be back with another episode.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.